Hey y'all, JS Creations Art Sanity here, and today I thought I would show you how I top coat my tile coasters with resin. So both sets of these coasters I do have previous videos on showing you how I made them that I will leave linked in here, and I'll also leave them in the description as well. So I wait roughly 4 weeks before top coating anything. Now, I'm not saying that you necessarily have to wait that long. That's just what I have always done. It's worked for me. I've never had any problems. Basically, you just want to make sure that all of the paint is dry, not only on the surface, but underneath as well. So, and I don't change my tape on the backing. If it still has a good seal, I don't see any reason to change it. Now, if paint, seeped under my tape and it's, kind of coming up, of course, I'm going to rip it off and put fresh tape on before doing my top coat. But if it still has a good seal and everything, I don't see the need to put fresh tape on. So I just clean the tops of the coasters really good with some 91% isopropyl alcohol. Let that dry and then put my resin on. So the resin I am using is liquid stone epoxy from KSResin. I really like this resin. It's really thick. But I really like how clear and hard it cures. So I use it on my coasters, serving trays, anything like that. I really like the finish that this resin gives these pieces. So I just pour a little puddle in the middle of my coasters and then just use my finger to move that all around, making sure that I have good coverage. I get my sides. And then I will come in here with my torch and pop any bubbles. Now I'm working in this long plastic container. Just have my coaster sitting up on some plastic cups. And this is where I do anything that will fit in this container. This is where I top coat stuff because I do have a lid. It's kind of on the back of my one of my working tables, so it's kind of out of the way, and I can just close the lid down on this container, and I don't have to worry about any little air floaties or anything landing in my pieces, and I can keep working on my other table on another project. So once I have my coasters covered, I come in here with my torch to get any bubbles, and then I'll look at them again to make sure that no air floaties have fallen in there, and I will just cover it, put my lid on top of my container here, and leave them cure for 24 hours before coming back to pull the tape off the back. So to pull the tape off the back, all I do is use my heat gun to heat up the drips around the edges and just pull the tape right off. Now, you don't want to force this part. If it's stuck a little bit, then just grab your heat gun and heat it up again, and it'll pull right off. You don't want to rip the drips because you could potentially pull the resin off the top of your piece. I have done that before. So just use your heat gun, heat up the drips, and it will come right on off of there. So I'm going to do this one here. Now on the blue coasters, I had just regular painter's tape, the blue painter's tape. On these purple ones here, I've got frog tape. I do like the frog tape better. It is stickier, so it seems to seal the edges a little better. But the thicker blue painter's tape does work okay. It works better than the thinner blue painter's tape. But overall, I would say if you can get frog tape, get the frog tape. So once I get all of this peeled off, I'm going to come in here with some rubber feet. I think they're 1/2 inch. I will have things listed in the description below. And I'm just going to put the feet on each corner of these coasters. So if I was doing just like square tiles, I would just put it on the 4 corners of the square tile. So these hexagon, I am putting them on each of the 6 corners. And that's going to be it for these. I'm going to bring you guys down for a close-up. You can see how gorgeous the top coat of these are and how it just kind of brings the colors back to life. Really happy with how these come out. I love the gold in these. If I remember right, I think it's that 24 karat gold. It just shimmers. So that's it for these. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment. And until next time, see ya.